From D.C. to Dearborn, the Biden administration sending aides to Metro Detroit to try to calm tensions with the local Arab American community over the lack of a ceasefire in Gaza. Thanks for joining us here at 5. I'm Kimberly Gill.
I'm Devin Skillian. Some of those community leaders are so upset with the White House they have opted out of taking part in these meetings. Sean Lay is live in Dearborn, getting reaction from those who did attend. What are we hearing so far, Sean?
We can start with who didn't attend. President Biden was not here, but did send a team of aides, Biden administration officials, the head of the U.S. Agency for International Development, the director of the Office of Intergovernmental Affairs, and a deputy national security advisor. Kind of a secret meeting here in the Henry Hotel that we found out about. Meeting with them, Dearborn Mayor Abdullah Hammoud, the majority floor leader for the state, State Rep Ibrahim Aish. Now, we were told the local leaders are here to really talk about lives impacted here and in Gaza. And the thought here is that the administration officials were here to talk or worried about votes. The Henry Hotel, the scene of protests of President Joe Biden and the Biden administration outside. Inside, some members of the Biden administration meeting with some Dearborn community members and political leaders in closed-door talks. The issue, the Arab American community has been loud and clear in their message. They have polled support for the president and will not be voting for the president in the upcoming primary. Many say they will no longer vote for the president at all. Imam of the Islamic Center of Detroit was invited to these meetings but is refusing to go as a Palestinian and American voter with family members killed in the conflict in Gaza. He says if President Biden does not call for a complete ceasefire in Gaza, there's nothing more to talk about.
It is completely tone deaf and disrespectful and insulting to have conversations about humanitarian aid with the same people that are bombing my people. Stop bombing my family, and then we can talk.
This week, this letter signed by Dearborn Mayor Abdullah Hammoud and this long list of elected officials with this message. Let us be clear, we unequivocally demand that the Biden administration immediately call for a permanent ceasefire in Gaza. We pledge to check the box for uncommitted on our ballots in the upcoming presidential primary election. Last week, the Biden administration sent President Biden's campaign manager to meet with local leaders. That move was seen as an insult.
That didn't go over very well. Everybody refused to meet with them. There were some people in political office who said, we'll meet with your policy people. So they ended up sending their policy people, and that's who some of the community members are meeting with.
Back here live, some protesters remain outside the Henry here, although these meetings ended about 2 hours ago. Ibrahim Aish from the State House majority floor leader said there's not going to be any follow-up meeting here with any administration officials unless there is a full ceasefire call by the president. In the meantime, other leaders, Dearborn Heights mayor was invited, said he's not going to come unless there is some kind of a full ceasefire call from the president. And local leaders telling us today, Devin and Kimberly, that they believe about 300,000 votes here in this area are vanishing or have vanished for President Biden on this very issue. Much more about what happened inside that meeting coming up at 6.
Yeah. All right, Sean, we'll see you then.